IATF updates, and more. Stick around, that's what we're going to talk about today. Hey guys, before we start today's video, just want to ask you guys if you would, please give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. To those who have subscribed already, we thank you for doing so, and for those who have not, we thank you for considering doing so today. Alright, so with that, let's get back to the video. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of USA to Philippines Life Channel with your host, me, Mike, coming at you today. Just want to talk about a few things. We're about 8 subscribers shy of the 500 mark. Hoping to hit that this weekend. Most likely will. That will unlock the community tab, which I'm very much, as a young YouTube channel, I'm looking forward to having that activated. It just gives me a greater ability to communicate with you all in between the uploads, as well as you communicating with us. It's a great tool for YouTube content creators to communicate back and forth with viewers and subscribers. So we're very much excited about getting that going, and hopefully talking to you guys even that much more. So on to the next topic for today is the IATF's updates. Yes, they have updated their green, yellow, red lists once again. No the USA, no Canada, no Australia, or any of the countries that most of you guys like me would like to see on there. Although for myself, I fall into the Balik Bayan program. I can go there anytime, but I just choose not to right now for a variety of reasons. We're not ready to go. We're sticking with our spring summer schedule of going, but we would love to see things open up and continue to open up as they are. What's good about this round of updates from the IATF, it seems like the countries where most OFWs are working overseas are now on the green list. So we applaud the IATF for this update, because it really, we're acquainted with the plight of the OFW. My wife being an OFW previously, we're well aware of the struggles that they go through, and just to have this whole pandemic thing on top of already a difficult thing of leaving your family behind to work overseas. Some of the conditions are not the best for some of these folks that do this. So to now know that if they're fully vaccinated and they enter the Philippines, they no longer have to quarantine in the hotels. They can go on to their final destinations. So good on you, IATF. I think going forward, and I heard from another subscriber today with a great comment, and he was right on the money, and I agreed with him 100%. We are going to see one or more surges of this virus. Is it going to happen? I'm seeing an uptick already in our hospital here where we work. We get a report a few times a week, shows what our in-house COVID positive patient count. We're over 700 bed hospital, and right now, I'm seeing the uptick. It's very slight. It's not like a wave. It's well within our ability to mitigate and deal with, and nowhere near being overwhelmed. But you can gauge the trend, the uptick. And it definitely has to do with people becoming vaccinated, not wearing their masks. We went to a store before, and my wife and I just bring the masks. We put the masks on wherever we go now. We're just not sure, but we went into the store, and the only people wearing the masks were the people behind the counter. And I pulled mine down here, which my wife gets mad at me when I do that, but I pulled mine down here because I felt silly. Nobody else was wearing a mask. I'm fully vaccinated. In fact, this past Thursday, I received my booster, my Moderna booster. So I've had three jabs now. First one being in January, second dose early February, and now I've had my third dose, which is a half dose of Moderna on Thursday, And I also was able, I'm going to show you guys a screenshot. I know in previous videos I was talking about the digital vaccine record. I was able, and I wasn't able to get ours working, which was Docket. State of New Jersey uses Docket. I checked online. There's another article. I'm going to post a link. I think it was CNET or PC. One of the tech magazines has a listing state by state what your state offers in terms of digital, and for all intents and purposes, they're medical passports. And listen, I'm very conservative. I hear it. I know nobody's into it, but it is what it is. As international travelers, as people who want to get from here to the Philippines or from Europe to the Philippines, you guys are all watching this channel. You're either Filipino or you want to go live to the Philippines or travel to the Philippines. This is something that we have to embrace. Otherwise, you can just sit it out and wait until all this stuff goes away, which COVID-19 is never going away. It's not. We will learn to live with the virus as we live with influenza. That's just the way it's going to be. So while I'm not crazy about all this vaccine stuff and the QR code to prove that you're vaccinated, it is what it is. So when the time comes for me to travel, I'm going to have all my I's dotted and my T's crossed in terms of proving that I was vaccinated. And I'm very happy to report I was able to get this working. I used my phone. If you have an Android phone, it'll give you the option to use your Google account to log in or your Apple account to log in. Or you can make, and then again, I'm just talking about Docket. Vermont is the only other state that uses Docket, but other states probably have the similar, which I'm going to show. Again, I'm going to share the link that speaks of the various states. Some states opted out, they don't have any. But I would suggest you if you're going to the Philippines and plan to go to the Philippines as soon as possible, and you're going to need to show your vaccination proof, I would suggest finding out which app your state is using, get it set up, and get your vaccination records digitized. Again, I'm going to show you an image of mine. I blocked it out a little bit so my personal info is not on there. But I would suggest doing that and having that, and we'll pay attention to see if there's a way for us to mate that information to one of the Philippines, apps that we must use. I know there's a couple of apps we must use before traveling there in order to be compliant with the hoops you need to jump through for the Philippines in order to travel. But a good start for you, for now, I'm talking to Americans, I would assume. You guys in Australia, you guys in the UK, you guys in Canada have the same thing available to you. Maybe it's more of a mandate where you are. Let me know in the comments. I'm interested to hear if that's a mandate where you are, if you're outside the US, if it's mandated that you get the digital vaccine record on there. Curious to hear about that. But anyway, I was able to do that, receive the booster, shows 3 doses, the dates, the batch, of Moderna, and it gives you the QR code. So I'm interested to see how all that works. Again, I would say, as I said in my previous video, I'll post a link to that in the description as well, is the one of my travel updates where I talk about proof of vaccination. Still the yellow card that you can get from Amazon or the U.S. government bookstore. Bring it to your healthcare provider along with your digital proof and your card. Also, they updated my CDC vaccination card. They took the old one from me and they put all the information very neatly on there for me. I put it in an ID badge type thing where, like I wear at work, that I can clip that on there if the need arises to do so. I can clip my vaccine card on there also. It shows that I've been vaccinated. As of now, that's not been the case, but I recommend getting a plastic case. I think I got 2 for under $5 on Amazon. I put the vaccine card in there, protects it, and we keep ours locked up in a safe place. But really, it doesn't matter now because we have the digital. I have to help my wife set hers up. She's going to go for her 3rd jab within the next week or so. I'll help her get her set up. So that end of it will be good for us for the time comes when we travel. So I would definitely recommend finding out which apps your state uses. Get on board with it if you haven't already. Again, when you set it up, make sure however they have your name on your health records when you go for the vaccine. I know for me, we work at a major health facility. I have access to my health records through the internal computer system, and I'm able to pull my record up, my chart up, so I can see how my name, if they use my middle initial, do they not use my middle initial. These are all things that'll mess it up, which is why when I tried to set up the account on my own with an email address and a password, I couldn't get in. As soon as I used my phone login, boom, right away. So just for those of you who have not done it yet, for whatever app your state is using, for whatever app your state is using, definitely recommend using either your Apple or Android Google logins to set up the account, because mine, I noticed, is on. I don't have to log into it. When I'll set up, when I open the phone, it's there. I just click on it. It either shows the record of my 3 vaccines or it shows the QR code. So definitely the way of the future, and that's my experience. And I hope sharing the experience with you all has helped you and given you a little insight with that. But again, for traveling to the Philippines, I would get the yellow card, have that filled out by your healthcare provider so that you have that as well, and then do the research with whatever airline that you're using. When the time comes that you can go back, hopefully by that time there'll be no arrival quarantine. But as one of my subscribers had commented today, and I agreed with him, there will be a wave of COVID between now and the end of the holidays. You could bet your bottom dollar, and you're going to see the renewed freedoms be reduced once again. But hopefully it won't be for that long. All right, with that, we're going to wrap this video up. If you would be so kind, if you liked it, if you got something out of it, give it a like. Please subscribe if you haven't already. If you have subscribed, we thank you. And we thank you guys for considering doing so. And as we always like to say, from the bottom of our hearts, wherever you are in the world, stay well, stay safe, stay blessed. We're going to see you real soon with another video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you next time.